What's up, YouTube? Another quick little video about this new RC. I don't know how new it is on the market, but I just heard of it like the last couple of weeks. It's called the edgewarrior. After looking it up, doing a little research, it's based off of a Chinese. It's based off of a Chinese armored vehicle, in which they copied or they were inspired by the GMC Hummer or the Humvee. So YouTube, I forgot the name offhand, but you can YouTube it. It's called the Gung Fing or something like that. But it's based off of that. I was on YouTube searching different channels, and there was a channel, Hoff's Place, where he showed a demo of this truck. I thought it was cool and different, so I looked it up. He left a description. He left a link in his description. I think AliExpress. But I looked around, found it another place, much cheaper. And I'll drop the link in my description for that other place, who happened to be like a direct distributor versus AliExpress. Anyway, it doesn't come with these wheels. I put these on here as I tried on several or a couple other wheels. These fit better. They fit the look more. Like a military stylish wheel with the tread. Although I have another set in mind that I might end up putting on here. The back, I did all these. These all 3D printed. The rear looked too plain, so I just designed and printed these up. Resized them for the scale vehicle, which is the 18th scale, but it's pretty big for 1/18. Antenna is by Endura. Like I said, everything else is pretty much still scale about it, or stock. It's held in place with a magnet in the back and a clip in the front. You lift up the rear, you break the magnet, and slide the body back, and it comes off. But it's all lights, not reverse light, but brake lights, headlights, flashers, and a small light bar up top. A 180 brush motor, a real simple transmission. There's 2 thick gears in there, that's it. Now, one feature I like about this, it's a 3-speed electronic transmission. There's presets. You go through 3 different speeds. You can actually adjust each speed how fast you want it. I'll show you that in a moment. My first instinct was to take this out, put something else in aftermarket so it can run smoother. But I like the features this has, so I'm gonna keep this, work with it. I'll put the magnets up here, kind of balance off all the stuff I put in the back of the vehicle. Everything else is still stock. Everything else is still stock. Independent 4-wheel suspension. Kind of thin. Keep everything 100. It's kind of thin. The company reached out to me, asked me some questions about it, how I feel about it. This is one thing I commented on. These A-arms or swing arms are kind of thin, so they might need to beef that up a little bit. I know some guys are very brutal on these little vehicles, so when they break it, they'll blame the vehicle for breaking itself. So I told them about that. See the dog bones? Actually, these CVDs, pretty thin. Not sure what they're made of. I doubt they're titanium, but I don't know what they're made of, but they're pretty thin. I suggested that they get some beefier axles also. Drive shaft is nice. These are thick. I suggested to them make the axles as thick as the drive shaft, and there should be no problems. See the steering arms up front, steering links. There's one servo, but there's a bracket. The servo's on to turn both of the links. There are spools in here. I'm assuming they're metal spools. I didn't feel like looking how to take this thing apart to get into it. but I believe they're metal. The transmission gears are plastic, but they're very beefy, very thick, and I can only assume the spools are metal because I can't see them. Well, I can't say that. I was about to say I can't see them doing metal axles and a metal drive shaft and the plastic spool, but you never know. But I'm guessing they're metal. One day I'll open it up and look at it. That's about it. Friction shocks, but I did open it up. They did coat the inside of the shock with oil. It's not as leapy and springy as most friction shocks. It's not bad at all. I literally doubled the spring in the back. Again, for the extra weight I put in the back of there. I ordered some aftermarket shocks. I hope they fit on here. This shock setup is also way different. You can see that the shock mounts 90 degrees from how it normally mounts. In other words, the screw goes this way into the shock versus directly into it like most other crawlers. The bottom of the shock sits inside the A-arm. Again, very thin plastic. Let's see what else. Let me show you this. The battery. 1200 milliamp LiPo battery comes with it. Pretty cool. Power him up. Power button on the ESC. How about plug it up, Dan? Come with XT30 battery connectors, which is great. Because all I do is change mine over to the 30s as it is, so that's like right on time. Okay, now turn it on. A few seconds. There it is. You seen the servo straighten up. Not bad. This is pretty much like labeled as a multi-purpose vehicle. Driving, crawling, real slight crawling. This motor is a good motor for regular bashing, driving around, maybe some trailing, but I suggest a stronger motor to them. With the low end speed, going up obstacles isn't that great, and the drag brake is really isn't that great. I don't know if it's the weight of the vehicle, but like I said, it was pretty much stock, and it's still like road, so they need a stronger motor, stronger magnets, or whatever. Okay, the lights on the side. Once, twice. Like I said, you got the turning, which I was going to disconnect it, but it also has hazard lights, so I left it on there. I hit it again. There's the hazards. Again, hit it off. The rear. Hopefully all this is in camera. Hit it once. Twice. So the once is going to be on. Okay. Now I'm going to hold the vehicle up. Let me turn the light on first. Hold it up at the gas, see the lights. Reverse is brighter. Let me see something. Turn the light off. See the reverse still come on. Yes, it does. Okay. So reverse comes on while the lights are actually off. Okay, now this radio is pretty cool. If I can get you into focus. Here's a regular display. See the throttle trims. Steering, throttle. You can adjust it right here. If I go into the menu screen. Model 1, which I'm assuming you can have more than one model on here. I haven't read the manual yet. I haven't read that part of the manual yet. Battery voltage. The radio and the vehicle. Into the menu. channel 1. Scroll down, normal, or reverse it as far as the channel 1 steering. 100%. You got left and right. Trim. Sub trim. Alright, so there's your endpoints. Left and right. Alright. Back up. Hold it down to get out of this particular menu. Hit enter again to move over one. There's channel 2. Just throttle. Everything is full. Brake is full. Hold it down, get out of that. Over again. ESC modes, forward, reverse. We got forward brake, reverse. Forward brake. Forward reverse, leave it there. Battery protection. Do all that stuff with it as well. Hold it down. Over one. Model. I'm not gonna go through that. So I think it's more than one model in here, but maybe I get another vehicle I'll see. Fail safe. So if you lose range or lose the battery inside the transmitter for whatever reason, the car just stopped. It won't go anywhere, it won't roll away. 5. This is the display. The backlight, 20 seconds. Echo, I'm pretty sure that's like efficiency. Battery saver mode. Power off, 10 minutes if you don't move the car or do anything. Check, I'm not doing all that right now because the car is on. Hold it down, get out of that. Move over one. 6. Sport mode. Here's the presets. Sport mode. Just like a real vehicle nowadays, you have normal, sport, and crawl. I guess a real vehicle would be normal, sport, and off-road or whatever. But this is pretty cool right here. So go down to sport. I went over one. Still getting used to this radio. Okay, go down. Sport mode. You can set the drag brake with damn. You can set the drag brake within sport mode and the start, which is the punch. That'll be in sport mode. Have no drag brake on it. Now to adjust from sport mode to normal to crawl, reach over here to channel 4, which is kind of odd. But anyway, so I go back. Oh, I'm sorry. Got to hit this to open it up. Now, channel 4 back is normal. You slide down, you'll see what it's set. The same, see? Drag brake's on 2, starts on 3. Go back up, hit that. I hit the throttle by mistake. Then go to crawl, hit that. Go down to see how it's set. Brake 0, start 0. I had them on 10. I don't know why it's down to 0 right now. But you hit it. I had that on 10. I don't know why it's on 0 right now. I think I did change the batteries in here. I think I did change the batteries. Start. Leave it there. Okay. Now I put it back in sport mode. Actually, go down there and see what it's on. I think that's cool. Hold it down to get out of that. One more time. Here's the 3-speed electronic transmission. That's the second. That's channel 3 right here. That's channel 4. This channel 3. Like I said, high speed, 100%, mid, 70, low. I'll put it at 45. I think the stock was 60. 50 or 60. I turned it down some. But that's that. Reverse. I had it lower, but then I couldn't reverse over obstacles because it wasn't giving up enough power. That's why I say it needs a stronger motor. I think that's cool right there. You can set each individual speed inside the gearbox, electronic gearbox. Here's channels 1 and 2. Well, toggle 1 and 2. That's these two right here. Like I said, this one right now was set up for steering. This is set up for throttle. So you can go down, you can adjust what you want to do with it. ESC calibrations or throttle, which is mimicking that. Put it back on steering, hit it again. Go down, dual rate or sub trim or trim. Put it back on what it was on dual rate, so I'll leave it there. Close that out. That's it. I like this remote. A whole lot of potential. A whole lot of things you can do within this remote that other remotes under $100 can't do. I paid this vehicle where I got it from was less than $100 plus shipping. Like I said, I'll put the description down in my I'll put the link down in my description. But for $100, you get this. It's not bad at all. This is why I don't want to change out the ESC. I like these features it has. Now, if I change the ESC, I get it. The vehicle is still capable of doing everything that one does. You just control the throttle yourself and everything else. But I like this setup. It's fast too. Maybe I'll do a video one day when I get time. But first gear 100% is fast. If you're familiar with the FMS Smasher, it's about the speeds of that. So it's pretty. It's a 180 mode. It's pretty quick. The thing is, going slow, it does not good throttle control at a low range. That's why it needs a stronger motor, magnets, or whatever it needs. But I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Let's say less than 100 plus shipping, and a lot of features. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep these wheels right here or not on here, but these do look like more technical looking wheels versus the other wheels I have. But you know me, we'll see. Peace.